Hey guys, welcome to another deck guide. This time it will be over a defensive Barb spell cycle deck. Sorry for the brief lapse between videos. I should be making one every day or two for the next few weeks, so looking forward to that, and we'll get right into the guide. So how you win with this deck is you keep the Barb up and you defend with your guards, elite barbs, and minions. You really don't need any extra damage. But obviously, if your troops survive and go and damage the tower, that's just added damage. It makes it less. It makes it easier for you to win the game. And then your main damage comes from log, fireball, and lightning, and that's the brunt of your damage. You take advantage of positive elixir trades on the tower with the spells, or at least very slight, like -1 or -2 trades to do damage, and then you just defend very effectively with these cards. You have graveyard counters, and you have tank killers. And spells can be used on defense as well when needed. And I'll show you guys how I did it. I recently so I don't just pick random decks. This is a deck I made. People have run decks similar to this in the past. Marcel has run decks similar to this. I don't know if it was the same because this is just something I thought up like last night or something. I test the validity of my decks by playing them in grand challenges. And if I get 12 wins, I believe it's a viable deck. And I went 12-2 with this, but it could, honestly, the two I lost were really close matches that I could have won. So yeah, I consider this to be a pretty good deck, even though it was kind of just troll at first when I made it. Also, people may hate me for using this deck because it's just defense and spells, but hey, if you can win with it. Okay, so you almost always want to keep your Barb up throughout the entire match, so that's what I'm going to do. This guy will start off with Musket from the back. Musket's a pretty good counter, but no sweat. Don't ever try to force things. Don't ever try to go offensive with your guards and stuff. And so he put down Musket and Ice Golem, which is a 6 for 6. So I take that lightning. Don't be afraid to use your spells because that's how you're going to win. And so here I actually did. I don't want his Mega Minion to clear up more of my Barbs. So while the Barbs are tanking, I threw down Minions. And if he doesn't do anything, the Minions will get some chip damage too. And if they have Elixir Collectors, always spell it. Because even if they have like 3 Musket, you have Lightning and Fireball. So you're not afraid of spelling Elixir Collectors. And usually when they're running Giant decks or they're running like 3 Musket if they're running Elixir Collector. So yeah, pretty much all you do is you just effectively defend. Guards are a very good elite Barb counter as well, and minions. So that's why guards and minions are using this deck, as opposed to archers, because they're both really good elite Barb counters, and they're both really good counters to graveyard. So that's why I chose those two defensive tools. And then Barb Hut, you just constantly keep it up. It exerts pressure, and it defends, and it keeps your tower from taking damage. So right here, I don't really care with the giant. It'll die to the Barbs, but I decided lightning the Musket here, I believe. Oh, no, okay, I played it a little bit safe. I could have lightning there as well. But elite Barbs weren't a bad call. And he missed one, so that actually ends up being good. The thing about elite Barbs, too, that are so good, as opposed to like normal Barbs, is they defend so well and they can get damage on the tower if your opponent doesn't do something about them. So you can see I've hardly taken any damage, and just through spelling over time and from like the minions earlier, I've already gotten this tower down to like half HP. And so I lightning here, both to take out the Musket. It's a -2 trade, but the thing about defending is you're always going to be up elixir, and you need to use that elixir. So when you're constantly defending and you're never actually making pushes of your own, naturally when you defend with the tower to help, you gain elixir because they'll be expending more elixir to attack than you are to defend, and then that's where the spells come in hand, as opposed to like a win condition. You just spell them out. And then like log is really good because you can defend with it, and the range is so far that you end up actually doing tower damage as well. So lightning again to get through the Musket. Well, that's what my idea was. I was going to lightning the Musket and then try to get through it. But he used fireball, so that expended too much elixir. And his giant was kind of bad because there's still Barb put up, but there's not much else he can do. I will say if you're against this deck, my deck, you should push the opposite lane like he tried to do here, but it was too late. I would say push the opposite lane with like your main push. Oh, and when you're playing this deck, so yeah, elite Barbs get through that time. He was too greedy with elite Barbs. He probably got frustrated. This deck can definitely frustrate our opponents and make them make bad decisions. So that'll be the first one. Whoops. And then here we'll show against a hog deck. This is actually like a kind of a cycle hog, so a deck that should be relatively good against Barb Hut in theory, because you can like take it out and then out rotate it. Or at least that's how hog beats Barb Hut. But since I have so this is one of those weird hands to where you have 3 spells and sometimes you can get 4 spells. But yeah, you just wait until they play something and then you react to it. This deck, it's okay to make slight negative elixir trades. You just have to make sure you defend well. This deck is all about defending well. And then I really just wanted to use Tornado in this deck, but you can sub it for like Zap, which I may do in the future. But Tornado does have like some clutch saves, but I think like in that last game, I don't even think I used it. So Zap or actually Mirror would be really good too. I'm going to try that in the future. But I really liked, I think Tornado has potential. I just don't know what deck I want to use it in. Originally, that's why I played this deck, is because I wanted an excuse to use Tornado. Anyway, yeah, you just kind of play defensively, set it up. This is a value fireball right here, so I'll take it. The minion will die, the Mega Minion will die tower, and then I got damage on tower. I love when people have like furnaces too, because they always set it up in the middle and I can hit it with spells every single time. Honestly, I don't know. Should you just like, because you want the furnace to hit the Barb Hut, but then like, so I think my deck like presents a really interesting dilemma. Definitely though, if you're playing against my deck, you want to push the opposite lane. That's not a great lightning, but tower damage, so I took it anyway. I didn't know, I don't think I knew he had hog at this point either. But oh, so those elite bars have played like one tile too far back, and I took tower damage from it. I pretty much took half my tower damage just because I missed elite barbs by one tile. I probably would have taken like next to no damage if I hadn't misplayed there. And that actually makes the game a little bit closer than it should be. So, Barb out there. I'm gonna let the Barbs tank the Mega, or one Barb tank the Mega Minion. I don't mind losing some Barbs, because I mean they're gonna keep on spawning. You never want to take the, always when you're defending, when you place your Barb Hut, always try to get the Barb Huts to take the brunt of the damage. I mean the Barbs, not the Barb Hut, because you want the spawn to keep on going. The Barb HP is less important than the Barb Hut's HP. So here, he's trying to get through that. So he took the approach of trying to wait until the Barb Hut was dead, and then, or trying to use his other units to kill it. But this deck is just really good at defending, and I think so. He's just trying to set up. But I mean, as long as he lets me keep that Barb Hut up, he's never gonna get through. And like the only reason he got any damage was from some fireballs, and then that misplaced elite barbs earlier. And if anyone ever tries to spell cycle you, just like be happy, because he can't out fireball log me to death, because I have fireball, lightning, log. Like I have way more spell damage than him, so it's never gonna work for him. So instead of going log there, lightning would be enough. So I just decided to set up defense just in case he rushes with hog, and I was kind of stupid here. So yeah, I mean, I knew the lightning wouldn't finish it off, but I knew I had log as well. Instead of making the game that close, what I should have done is I should have set up a Barb Hut and made 100% sure that I couldn't lose, and then I would have spell cycled anyway. But I ended up winning. I knew I had time, but it was still a little bit risky. So the third deck is another giant deck. I was gonna show this deck against, I think, Lava Hound, but the replays were lost because there was like a small update this morning. Alright, so he started out with Pump. I had already started off with minions. I think honestly most of the time in this deck you just kind of want to wait for their first move just so you can react. Since you have so many spells, you usually can do that. So those minions actually end up being kind of wasted. I would have liked to lightning right there, but it was too late. I had just placed Barb Hut, so I didn't have enough elixir. And I think I probably actually should have lightened here instead of playing elite barbs, because the Mega Minion wouldn't have got any hits off. The Musketeer would have died instantly. The Barb Hut probably would have took the same amount of damage because the elite barbs wouldn't have finished him off. But who knows? Maybe it was a good thing, because oh, I need to talk about this decision. Maybe it was a good thing because the elite barbs did get some poke damage off, and the barbs did as well. But I decided to, since this deck rarely relies on troops getting to the tower, every now and then you get a little bit of chip damage from troops getting to the tower, from like the barbs or elite barbs surviving. But it's actually really good there because I was able to lightning 2 elixir collectors, and I activated his King's Tower, but I don't really care about that because the majority of my win condition is through spells. And that fireball is actually really nice there because it knocked the mega minion into my minions instead of the minions targeting the giant. So that's why I fireballed there, because otherwise it would have been useless. I wanted to knock him into the mega minion, the minions, so that the mega minion didn't make it to tower or kill any of the minions. So a slight misplacement by me on that barb hut. I should have just placed it a little bit earlier, and then the barbs would have taken the damage to the barb hut, like I was saying earlier. Yeah, and so like barb hut by itself just gets you so many positive elixir trades. Like he just wasted 2 elixir just to start the barbs, and I don't even need the barbs to get to tower damage because I'm gonna get spells, especially once I get to double elixir. I'll just be able to spell them out. So just make sure you take out the giant. I noticed Mega Man was in range, so -3, but tower damage. That's how you win with this deck. And his win condition's out of hand, so I didn't really need to worry. I will say that was an absolutely awful elixir collector by him. You only have 30 seconds left, and you're giving me the elixir lead, a deck that is already ahead of you. So I'm just gonna fireball log. I'm gonna take every like slightly negative elixir trade. You never just want to, unless it's to finish the game, you never want to just straight up spell it. You want to get some value out of your spells, and he's giving me a little bit of value. So all I have to do is defend and then just spell out, because that's what this deck does, and it does it very well. I mean, I went 12-2 in a grand challenge, so it definitely works. Once again, musket back there, and I think people just forget. They're not used to this type of playstyle, and they're not used to countering it. You want to play your units like closer to the bridge, but then you're not able to build up a big push. So, yeah, it offers a pretty big problem. So yeah, I feel like I'm a bad person. I said on Twitter, I feel bad about about this, but hey, it works. I like winning, so I'll do whatever. I did take a little bit too much damage here, and so the tornado actually came in clutch there, and it lowers the musket closer, and I can put guards down. And then elite barbs plus guards just shred giant. So even though I played it a little bit late here, so his elixir lead from that elixir collector is pretty much gone now. I mean, I guess it ended up kind of paying off decently. That's a value lightning, 6 elixir for 6 elixir. And I'm able to set up barb hut, and then the game's pretty much over after that because he's not getting through barb hut. not once I get it up again. I think I actually, do I make use of tornado here again? By throwing everything on the left side? Yeah, I think I do. I almost screwed up a little bit here too though, because this one barb ends up going for, okay, so if the guard hadn't been there, he wouldn't have gone any farther over. So I kind of screwed up pretty bad there. But he doesn't have any, he doesn't have a fireball to finish off, so, because he has log zap, and I already knew that, so I knew he wasn't going to be able to finish here, and I'm able to spell it. Even if that barb hadn't got the tower, I would have been able to fireball to win. So, and as I have been starting to do with these deck series, I will start doing a live battle and a grand challenge. Hopefully I don't lose to show you guys. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, of course, about this deck or anything else. Ooh, I'm facing spell cycle. I need to be a little bit more patient with that log. This should be fun. Unfortunately, I don't have barb hut in hand. That's annoying. I guess those guards will just face tank it, so that's whatever. Which is a -1 elixir trade. That's something I'll take any day. Put minions right here. I don't want to do elite barbs because that costs too much, and elite minions trade fine. And now I'll be able to finally set up my barb hut. Ooh, he's got some admirers. He's got some cheering going on there. I have my Facebook connected, but I haven't played a match in a little while, so okay. If he throws down, okay, so I'll just play guard right here. I'll take a decent amount of damage. What I should have done is I should have tornadoed the skeleton army, and I should have saved log for the. I'm muting him. It's annoying. I should have saved log for the goblin barrel, but it's okay. I got my barb hut set up now, so I'm pretty confident He's gonna start stuff at the back, or at least he should, or at least within tower range. So, oh, he's actually getting pretty wise about it. He's putting it up front, so I can't do it. I think I still could if I really wanted to. Yeah, I could. But, oh, yep, there's one. And those elite barbs are going to get through, okay. So the barbs plus the tower will be enough there. Waiting for him to play like Prince, so I can use minions to take him out. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's about to play Prince, so I'll play down minions behind my Barb to take out that. Oh, he has arrows. Interesting. I'm gonna have to fireball. That's okay. Alright, so set up Barb hut. Oh, another lightning. I'll take that. Okay, I rotated back to log now. He is predicting minions. Oh, I played those guards a little bit late. Okay, so this Goblin Barrel is off center. Yeah. Oh, I took a little bit of damage from that. Whoops. Alright, so I'm going to be able to lightning again. Okay, this is fine. He's going to play something to counter air, and I'll lightning it. Yep. And now those minions will get through if he doesn't do anything. Okay, cool. Didn't take too much damage there. On fireball this time. Oh, I knew he was going to do that. I should have preemptively logged. Dang it, now I don't have a log for Goblin Barrel. No, I'm stupid. Ooh, well played. Feel bad too because this guy has slightly under-leveled troops. He has a really good deck against mine though. I can lightning that. I was predicting skeleton army. I'm stupid. There it is. Alright. Whew, that was close. Alright, Barb hut. This deck. So I will say this deck would be so much better against Spellbait if I took Zap instead of Tornado. I honestly think if you're like being super serious about this deck, you should probably take that instead of Tornado. A Zap instead of Tornado. Or Mirror. Alright, so Fireball here. Alright, and let me get some lightnings in here. I've defended well enough. I'm going to have Elixir advantage over that. I mean, he can't do anything else, though. Like, he can't place anything closer. He's trying to predict minions again. So, I win. Ooh, that was close. GG, well played. Yeah, so I would consider taking either Mirror or Zap instead of Tornado because I want to make it work so hard, but unfortunately I just not in that deck. I think it's viable in other decks, but just not in this one. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the video. More deck guides, stream highlights, and other videos to come. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave any feedback in the comments, like, subscribe, and all that jazz.